Life is experiential, not acquisitional. This video is entitled, Life is Experiential, Not Acquisitional. For those of us that have been brought up in a Western civilization or Western culture, acquisition and accumulation has been the way of the world. Through capitalism, through doing for self, through attaining and realizing the so-called American or Western dream, a lot of that has to do with acquisition, acquiring things, acquiring positions, acquiring status, leveling up, so to speak. All of these things involve accumulation. And experience, life lessons, wisdom, true knowledge, understanding, these are things that have been placed on the back burner. Education, on the other hand, has been pushed to the forefront because without an education, it's very hard to advance an education. Once I said an indoctrination through the K through 12 system and higher education, that typically in the former world equated to a higher salary, a better life, a better job, etc., etc. Now, life truly is about experience. And when I say experience, I'm not just talking about, oh, I traveled around the world, I'm in Bali right now, I'm on a retreat here, and you know what I'm saying? That's not the experience I'm talking about. You can travel around the whole world, you can go to every sacred site in the world, you can do all that stuff and not get the true experience from it. Okay? When I'm talking about experience, I'm talking about lessons. I'm talking about the wisdom gained and the energy upliftment that you receive from truly experiencing. And what I've come to really realize is that most of these experiences that bring us the greatest depth of wisdom, that enhance our ability to love, because at the end of the day, the main goal is to be able to enhance our ability to love. Enhance our ability to be a light on this world, enhance our ability to communicate love in all of its arrays. So when we talk about love language, some people are physical, some people are verbal, some people are X, Y, Z. But whatever it is that your gift is, that gift, you were given that gift so that you could better project love onto this planet. So if you're a great poet, right? If you're a great writer, if you're a great musician or singer, you were not given those gifts to one day win a Grammy Award and, you know, buy a mansion. And those are all additions that may come with your gift. But the true reason that you were given that gift is to inspire others and to project love onto the planet. That's it. All these other institutions that were put in place to grandize the ego and uplift that as opposed to uplifting the higher self, which is rooted in love, those are all fictitious entities, right? And that's why you see celebrity culture so lost. These people have all this shit. They got it all. But do they have happiness? Do they have true joy? Do they have true satisfaction? Are they using their platforms to uplift, inspire, and to project true love? I'm not gonna give you that answer. You be the judge. Or nobody has to judge. Let each individual truly take accountability and look in the mirror and say, well, I'm doing this. I love this aspect about myself, but I can really improve here, you know, because this ain't a judgment video. We all have made mistakes, so to speak. We all have lessons to be learned, and that's why we're all still here on this planet, you know, and growing. For example, when we talk about, first of all, let's honor this too. So beautiful, so grateful. When we talk about experience, sometimes I was just thinking about yesterday when I went to this island, Isla Mujeres, out here, the island of the mothers or the island of the woman, where it's just temple is at the very, all the way down to the very southernmost tip. So that very southernmost tip that you're looking at right there, that's actually the farthest point of Mexico in the Yucatan Peninsula to where you can watch the sunrise. So the energy there is really, really amplified, and that's exactly where that temple is, that some of the videos previous were filmed at. But an example that came on my mind about people experiencing but not truly experiencing came when I was there. And when you get to a certain point, part of that trail is free, but then all that beauty that I made a 27-minute video, and you can go and watch it, walking through that space, and it's divine energy. It's pure energy. It's an experience, like a real experience, you know. And it cost $6 US to do that, to go in there. And before I got there was 2 European motherfuckers, and they were really like disrespectful and rude. Like, they got to the point where there's a little gate, and there's two women working right there, and she says, 100 pesos or whatever it is, or $6. And one of the guys replied, like, he laughed, like, scoffed at it, and was like, all right, bye, you know what I'm saying? And then another guy just started laughing like it was a joke, and then they just walked back. But it's like they missed the entire point of the experience. You can't put a price on walking through that space. That's a sacred space. That's a space that needs that should always be revered. That should be kept at high esteem, and that should be experienced in reverence. That's how you actually glean the blessing or the gift or the offering that the space has to give you. A lot of people go to these sacred sites, or everything is a sacred site, truly, but there are certain places where the energy is extremely amplified, and you can feel it, it. Now, when you go to these places, if you don't come with reverence, if you don't come with a sincere appreciation for the culture, right? A sincere yearning to understand, and it's not overstanding, it's just understanding how these people thought. What was their life like? Wow. Like these people lived in a way of worship. They lived in a way of connection with the land, with connection with the water, with connection with nature. Like, man, let me take a second out and really appreciate this. And even if I don't understand it and don't grasp it, I want to at least take a moment to see things from their perspective. And that is where you get the experiences from. And then the universe and them spaces will open up their fields to you. And those people may have flown in from Germany or something, I don't know. But they missed the point, right? And that's all good, because some people just come to Cancun to get drunk, to do some blow, and to do whatever they want to do, right? Which is no knock. That's where they're at, but it's just, you take note of that. And then you realize, wow, the universe is going to open you up to a lot more places. If you've noticed, I've been able to travel here, travel there, go here, go there, because of the way that I'm interacting with these environments. Life tests you. The universe tests you. Am I going to come out here because I have every opportunity to go to Cancun, throw in a nice fit, hit the little, hit the spot and get it in, but that's not even something that I want to do. Of course, those thoughts can come up in the mind, like, yo, this shit might be lit, you know what I'm saying? But my spirit, even the other day, I went to, and that's another thing. Went to this island. I talked to a local. I said, look, I want you to tell me the local spot to eat. I don't want to go where the tourists go. I said, I want you to tell me the local places to actually feel this energy of your island, right? And he looked at me, he gave me the whole game. He said, man, everybody wants to go to the north. That's where, when I walked out, there was all those people up there. And it's funny because they were all on one little part of that beach. Music going, it's a vibe. I'm not saying it's not a vibe. And I'm not saying this to say that I'm better than anybody or whatever. I'm just letting you know how to truly, if you truly want mastery of self, there's a certain protocol. So hold on, let me do this. When you see me really popping, don't look and be like, oh, this motherfucker got lucky. No, I made sacrifices. Like, I could have went out there, some beautiful women, some vibes going on, but that's not what I came here for. So I walked by all that. I ended up walking over a mile. My phone had died out, or I would have shown you, but I went around the entire island, And I found a place where there was like nobody at, and the water was just clean, it was quiet, pristine, fish swimming in the water. I found this little cove and just soaked in there, and I got the experience that I wouldn't have got if I would have just sat down amongst a bunch of loud music and mojitos and whatever else is going on over there, So, the local said, everybody wants to go to the north, but he showed me on a map. If I still have the map, I'll pull it out. Let me see if I got it in my bag. No, I don't think I have it in my bag, right? Or it's in my bag, but I'm not gonna get it out right now. But he said, everybody always wants to go to the north where the party's at, but the real end of our island is in the south, where all the ruins and the ancient energy's at, right? So these are just small examples. And it's hot. It's only like 9, 10 a.m. right now, but it's gotta be close to like 90 something. But I'm loving this. I'm loving it. But yeah, it's all about experience. Acquiring and chasing after things and possessions is a binding thing. It binds you deeper into third dimensionality, because they just look at it as weights. And that's not to say, like I said before, that you can't have all those things. You know what I mean? We got all those things. But we realize and we recognize, seek ye first the kingdom, and all things shall be added in time. Seek ye first the kingdom, and all things shall be added in time. Right? Seek ye first the kingdom, and all things shall be added in time. And that kingdom is the kingdom within. That's knowledge of self. That's the experiences that I'm talking about. The lessons and the blessings. Although they all are one and the same, they all are intertwined. It's all about bridging the polarities and being able to move through this realm with mastery. Being able to bring spirituality into the mundane. Being able to take the dark and work it into light, and take the light and work it into dark, and then find middle ground with everything that you do. At that point, there's nothing off limits to you. At that point, you're victorious. You can't be all solar. You can't be all lunar. But when you put them both together, you got something. So just remember that everything you're doing is for your experiences. When you circulate money, because you don't ever spend money, think about it. Is this an acquisition? Am I just acquiring something to feel better about myself, or to show off to somebody, or to flex on the gram, or whatever it is? Or am I doing this so that I can grow, so that I can get an experience? And it's okay, like I said, sometimes you just want to feel good about yourself, and it's not, we all do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all do it. But just start just being mindful. That's all. Just be mindful of how you are working your energy and what you're getting out of this, out of life, and how you are experiencing it. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep experiencing life to its fullest. It's beautiful out here. I got another night or two. Yeah, another 2 nights out here, and then I'll be headed out to Peru. You know, to go to the jungle. God's son. May your experience be filled with light, be filled with wisdom, be filled with love, be filled with joy, be filled with happiness, be filled with excitement. You deserve it. Peace.